What is up guys, it is Lely and we are back with some PES 18 myClub divisions. First of all, everything you're seeing today is recorded before the patch. The reason I'm saying this now is because I know this video will be uploaded after the patch and I don't want people to be judging the patch by looking at this gameplay and thinking the game is still broken, because I've made no hidden secrets that the game is broken before the patch. So I promise you guys I will now be putting up a lot of content. I just took a lot of time playing the 3v3, getting a lot of GP. So we go into the action and as you can see we get paired up against a low 700 rated opponent, and you can see he was getting on behind me on the sides. Let's just say he's getting in behind my defense on the sides pretty early on, and I noticed that he's playing a very high pressure game, and I thought you could see you could actually see it was getting to me early on with silly little passes like that. But I thought he's playing gegenpress, and I thought just let his players tires out and I'll find it easier to, you know, attack him later on and defend against him earlier too. So I thought let's play on the back foot, just pick him up on the counter attack, and the game will get easier as it unfolds. So after 16 minutes we get our first real counter attack going, and we get the ball to Mertens, who picks out our golden boy Iago Aspas. I have total faith in this guy right now, lads. Look at this for a clever, wonderful first touch. Looks up, spots Leroy Sané, picks him out, who pretty much gives him an open net to make it 1-0. And now this guy is just really sort of desperate. Look how much space he leaves Shaqiri here, who should make it 2-0 without a doubt. Don't know how he gave the keeper a chance there. This pass here was meant to be for Shaqiri, but when that happened there, I thought this game is dying to give this guy a goal. So I was fearing the worst, but lucky for me, Buffon made the save and made it kept it 1-0. And I was taking your lot's advice here, lads. No passing out the back, trying to just get it out there. But when it's pinging around my box like that, I was just fearing the worst. And the way the game was playing, lads, you could see I wasn't getting a lot of success. So you could see, look at his players really low on stamina. They were low pretty early on in the end of the first half, but it just wasn't working out like that. I pride myself on having players always fresh and thinking that they last the distance. But for some weird reason, Konami feel like his players who are pretty much dead on their feet are still better than mine, who have like pretty much half stamina left. And another brilliant save from his keeper there to keep it 1-0. So you could only imagine how I was feeling here. You could see he was actually scared of me going out wide. He didn't keep the eye on Sergio Roberto down the middle, and that was his mistake, as Sergio Roberto lifts it over the keeper to make it 2-0 and game over. That game should have been a lot easier though, because his players were knackered a lot earlier on, but it just didn't seem to work out the way I expected it to. But we took away the win and made it 2-0. So moving on to the second match, and after looking at that guy's team sheet, I thought there's not really too much to fear, but that all changed after that touch from Maradona there. When that happened, I knew I was going to be in for a long, rough day. Because just watch this here. Look at Maradona. I've already decided to pass the ball. Look at his defender on the back foot. Somehow from there, Maradona's took one touch and allowed that defender to somehow come in and tackle me. And I just thought this is going to be one long day. And again, look at that, lads. That pass was actually for the goalkeeper. I genuinely don't know how that ended up going to that defender, or tried going to that defender who missed it and then he had a shot. And I really had to, you know, make the most of my chances, because it just wasn't clicking for me going forward today. But then the next day I played it, you know, it was fine. So I don't know what it is with my manager. It just sometimes it can be good one day, not good the next day. But you can see here, guys, I'm struggling, and that chance, that header he had there, Van Dijk should have cleared it or whatnot. Somehow he missed it, but his player had to scoop down low with the header to make contact with it. So again, it just wasn't adding up. Here I couldn't get to Van Dijk quick enough to actually mark him. So by the time I got to Van Dijk, it was a bit too late. I had to put the challenge in, and he had an easy finish to make it 2-1. Like I said, guys, I was struggling, so I just decided to go solo with Maradona. Got a bit happy thinking the free shot was on, only to be taken away from me at the last second. And Mertens there with an audacious attempt to try and get me back in the game. And then after that, this guy just sat back deep, hit me on the counter attack, and I just could not create another chance. So we lose another match this season, and if I had two clips to sum up that match, it was that there. Mertens getting a good position, and every attacker man would just fizzle out as quickly as that. And the second clip there is just showing you, it just was never clean for me. I win the ball, was so much of a trouble to win it, and then, you know, just the ball was given away so easily. So I thought, I can't go on a loss. I gotta have one more game. And then this happens. You guys would be loving it if I was doing live recording it. I actually regret not live recording it. But at the time, I thought I cannot go on a loss. So I was in a positive mind. I thought, let's attack this guy early on. Show him we're not scared of his rating. And maybe it'll give him something to think about. And, you know, just if we get an early goal, control the pace of the game, and we'll take it on from there. So I got a lot of early confidence, because, you know, look at it. In the first 20 minutes, I had the best chances of the game. He barely had anything. He was getting these little half breaks, but he wasn't making the most of them. And here I was just like, I don't know why it felt like there were 10 De Gea's in goal, but I just could not beat his goalkeeper. Remember this attack that you're seeing right now, this header on the line. He somehow gets away with it scot-free. Then watch what happens when he gets a corner. And you can only imagine, lads. I'm going to leave that reaction in your minds for imagination, lads. Honestly, you can only imagine. I don't know how my defender there let that guy get the shot off, and this was the piece of luck I was missing at the end, lads. He gets his first attack, gets that look, and obviously then it just kind of threw me off. I wasn't myself. It took me a few minutes to regain my composure, and that's why he got another chance really quickly, almost instantly from the kickoff. I tried clearing it. I don't know what kind of wimpish clearance that was, but luckily for me, Buffon with a brilliant save to keep it at 1-0, but then he pisses away that brilliant save by literally just putting off my defender from clearing the ball, gives it straight to his attacker to make it 2-0. But remember when it happened to me? Nope, just doesn't fall in my favour. So head was still up, thinking one goal could change the game. I'm thinking I can't score from there, what can I do? Win the ball back, thought right, come on. Still no. Still heads up, you know, it's only 2 goals, so we carry on at it. Win the header, I thought that's got to be a goal. Nope, off the bar. It's just not happening. There, I tried passing it to my goalkeeper again, just slightly in front of him, but he ends up giving it to Roberto, and I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for this sexy slow motion turn by Roberto, who thought he had no one around him, leaves the ball with so much space in front of him, got dispossessed, and then just made it 3-0. And here the play switching was all over the place, and I just could not get anyone to actually defend Mbappe, and he sent my keeper the wrong way. The most harsh scoreline at half time, the most undeserved scoreline at half time, and I'm just wanting to quit the game at this stage, but I was never going to actually quit. So I thought, let's just, you know, see what happens if we can get an early goal. But then this is what he does. For the whole half, he does this. So I obviously went, when I could get the ball into the pause menu, put on gegenpress, went attacking, went all out attack, went 1-up sometimes, switching it around to mix it up. And we got the ball back, I think, 2 or 3 times, but one of them didn't pay off. So I think I pulled it back to 4-2, and then he finally decides to actually play against me in the 88th minute because he realised the game was pretty much done and buried. So I've got one more chance, but his goalkeeper reminding me why I never actually took the lead in the first half. And you can see there, lads, again, is the most harsh scoreline ever. I don't mind losing, but it's just the way it happened. It was just unbelievable. So again, lads, I said to you, I couldn't go to sleep on a loss, so I'll carry on playing. I didn't know how much of a good idea it was. And when I looked at this guy's team, I thought, right, he's going to sit back. All we have to do is make sure we take the lead against him and then just control the tempo of this game. But when he's winning headers like that, I knew it wasn't going to be that simple. So it was a very low action match there. That pass was actually meant to go to the guy in midfield, not that one. And you know what's going to happen there. When something doesn't go the way you plan it, exactly, ends up 1-0 down. I thought, bloody yeah, this is going to be another loss. I might not even be safe in this division. Give the ball to Mertens, and a brilliant finish to get ourselves back in the game. And look at this, lads. I was really struggling. You could see my confidence was down, not creating much. Even when I was, it just wasn't clicking. It was like I said, lads, it's one of those days where it just probably wasn't playing right for my manager. But I was all out attack in the last minute, and for some weird reason, Bakambu took ages to shoot. It just took forever, and we just had to settle for the draw. And I went all out attack for ages, and he just didn't manage to do anything. So we go into what is definitely the last match because, well, I just couldn't face it anymore. I thought if I don't win this, I'm literally going to get myself relegated. So we go into the last match, and I was just so desperate for the win here. So I was being really cautious in this game. And our first attack does go out wide to our golden boy, who is Iago Aspas. I was surprised that he actually won this ball here. I don't know how, but I was just so confident with this guy. I went for the lob shot. I think that was going wide, but his defender took no chances. It went to Maradona, who gave his keeper no chance, made it 1-0. And that was a big stress off my shoulders. I thought, right, we've got the lead. One more goal will definitely give us the confidence. And these sorts of goals here, lads, I absolutely hate them. They happen more often against me than they do for me. And the reason I hate it, even though I scored it, was it just felt like such a cheap goal. There was no accomplishment in there. He tackled me. He should have had that ball. And it just made it like, what the hell, man. I might go and win this match easily now. But it feels like it was almost gifted to me, this win. I say it almost gifted to me, but then a silly pass or silly giveaway from Aspas there led to this. And we all know how Dembele can just smash him in on his left foot on the near post against top keepers like Buffon. So it got me really worried, that did. Even though I was getting chances, I just thought, if this guy has another chance, I'm going to be in some serious trouble here. But Mbappe is the one guy I find so hard to defend against. Like, he can just run at me sometimes. And my plays, I think it's the play switching which makes it hard. I just can't get the defender in the right position quick enough. And because he's so quick and so elusive, that's why I find him so hard. So hopefully when the patch drops, I'll find him easier to play against. So here I thought, let's just play it safe, get the 3 points and get out of here. But when I missed that chance, I was thinking, if this guy gets one more chance, I'm going to rue all these missed chances. But then in the 82nd minute, it was stuck on this screen for about 40 to 50 seconds. And when it finally unfroze, I just thought, I was pressing everything. Nothing was working. I thought, I'm going to get disconnected here. I'm going to lose. And I don't know what, I was absolutely hammering my pad. I was begging me for it not to give me the disconnection. Or I would have took the void here. But luckily for me, I ended up getting the 3 points. And as you can see, guys, I need 6 points from the last 2 games. I thought, right, I've had enough. I need to go, you know, refresh myself, come back the next day. Hopefully our luck changes and we go get these 6 points and put this horrible Division 6 behind us. I mean, it's Division 6. How the hell am I struggling so hard? So I think you guys are going to love the rest of the live content that comes up. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this episode, remember to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, remember to subscribe. And until next time, guys, peace!